Alright, super. My glasses are like eternally dirty. I keep wiping them, but it never works. So hi, welcome to the stream. If this is your first time here, my name is Shiro, and what I usually do is at the beginning of the stream I talk a little bit about some art stuff that might have happened during the week that I did, and then we move on to the main show, which is me drawing my weekly webcomic Bootleg cookie. Please forgive my face. I'm at the part of one of my prescriptions where my face decided would rather act like a teenager. So yeah, art-wise, this is going to be mentioned in today's comic. Now, fans actually recognize this book. I received this book like back in like February or late January, and there was an issue with my book. The issue was that it was not my book. I opened the box, and then I quickly flipped through the first few pages, and then I saw it for Paul, and I was like, who the hell is Paul? So after finding who the hell was Paul, we did a little book exchange, and now I actually have my book, my copy in my hands with my name on it and a little doodle just for me, which now that I look at it is in the same pose, give or take. Give me a second, guys. It is in the same pose. Take a good look. It's in the same pose as my drawing that's in the book. Clever little man. And of course he signed under it. There's a little bit of you in it. I would frickin' guess. This is so cool. He even sketched a thumb, but he didn't ink it on the other hand. But I don't care. I have a Real Good Boot drawing now. And I have a book dedicated to me. And not only do I have a book signed to me with a Real Good Boot drawing in it, but one of my own drawings is in the book, so I'm losing my shit. Despite the cover, this is not a book celebrating. You know damn well who I'm talking about. If you follow the guy on Facebook, you would realize not a fan, and that's good. Now, if you let me look up the name real quick, because I have no memory, but thankfully I have bookmarks. I have been experimenting this week. Load, please. There we go. So the artist is called Teniawania_Tsun. And I've been following them. I got a couple of their videos liked and in my bookmarks. And what they do, I just noticed how they do the sketch before they line it with the pencil. So I'm gonna keep that in mind, because I do in fact have water-based markers that are that color. And what they do is watercolor pieces, and what they do usually is they will line the piece with a red lead pencil, red graphite, whatever you want to call it, and then go back on that line art and do some blue spots. Now I'm assuming that these blue spots are like in spots where the color is going to be darker and or in the shadows from what I'm seeing. And I was like, this looks really good. Like, I'm looking at them doing the line art right now. And after that, what they do is they will put a layer of peach colored watercolor, and then they will put a color over that. I will call it an underglaze because I don't know my art. I don't know my art terms, because I know that the glaze in watercolor terms means that you're painting an even color to unify your palette once the painting is quote unquote done, like 99% done. I'm absolutely disgusting. I'm trying to clean my straw. It's covered in lip balm. There we go. So of course, after seeing that, I wanted to try it. The first try is way over there. Let me see if I can reach it. It's okay. I just hooked that with my green screen. It didn't fall on the floor, so it's fine. I kind of need that thing. That's my good electric sharpener. It was way back there. So this was my first attempt. This was like the world's fastest Mario I've ever drawn. And you look fast, it looks fine. But if you were the one that worked on it, you would see all kind of stuff, honestly. That could have went better. Like I figured from what I saw, I needed to do like a more confident line, less chicken scratching. The blue pencil should, well, in my case, colored pencil, because I don't have any colored leads, should be less whoops, sorry. Mario jump scare. Less saturated, and to wait more between layers, make sure they're really dry. You know, stuff like that. Therefore, my second attempt, which was yesterday, came out way better. I do have some progress pics that I will post. Oh, the lighting is acting so weird today. That I will post on Patreon later today to show what was the point, because this had the base layer of peach color, and then I painted over it. Started with the hair, of course, because that was the second biggest part of the drawing, and it, in my opinion, came out really, really well. Like, it's very, very dotty, but I did want it very dotty. She kind of looks dusty from all the little white dots. But I'm pretty happy with this. Of course, this is a heavily textured paper, so the line art looks like I didn't have much confidence in it. But really, it's just because these are Prismacolor Premieres. They have a softer lead than an actual lead pencil. I keep saying lead because that's what I'm used to. It's really all graphite. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. Like, there's pictures in my socials, so if you want to see what it looks like without me constantly going in and out of the camera. So that was fun, and I do plan to do it again a couple times. Like, that was like heavily textured TMU paper that came with the TMU watercolors. The paints themselves that I used on Mario, I used the TMU watercolors. On Yusaki, I used my Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolors. So right there, you can tell. It's not just me when there's an issue here. And there we go. I'm done with that, so we can keep talking while I work on today's comic. I'm just gonna put my little glove on. Also, we got a quick donation on the current goal, so we are now financed up to 44%. Honestly, right now I don't feel like talking about percentages, but we are desperately clinging to some sort of normal life despite everything. If nobody minds, I'm going to stretch real quick. Elbows up. There we go. Much better. That's all I'm going to say about that. And we're back to... There we go. Of course, the reason I quote-unquote premiered talking about receiving the correct Red Ketchup album today is finally I'm going to be able to draw about the kid that decided to hate me out of nowhere. And it's still from nowhere because they blocked me right after and then followed me on YouTube. Just to tell me the same two things, so... I'm just desperately clinging to some sort of normality. And why I absolutely needed to talk about this? Because the timing, I'm all about timing. Like, I like puns and I like to slip some Oh, there's an issue here. You see, we change hours this weekend, and I just noticed on my Discord that they decided to change the hour of the Bootleg Cookie live stream to 2 p.m. instead of 1 p.m. Well, this is the best I can do because it won't let me change the time of the event for some reason. Alright, back to what I was doing. For those who are not familiar with this guy, I am not exaggerating when I say that is literally all he had to say. That I sucked and that I was an amateur. That's it. That's a tweet. And of course, because people like that are very brave, he blocked me right after. So, I don't know what he was trying to accomplish. Well, congratulations, you are now immortalized in a bootleg cookie. You know, I really wish all these symbols weren't so spread out. Is it me? Oh, that's why. Yeah, there we go. I didn't notice that I had the size of my sketch on like extremely tiny. I'm not gonna hide the fact that I am a very reactive person. And for stuff like this, it makes for good comedy. No, not you. Oh, there we go. What do you think? Do I look surprised enough? For those of you who don't know, I have this bad habit of holding my breath. I'm just gonna stop there. Just saying I have this bad habit of holding my breath. When I'm stressed, when I'm doing something like going up and down the stairs, when I'm excited, I just frickin' hold my breath. That's all I do. So I'm a reactive person whose coping mechanism is holding your breath. So imagine trying to deal with this specific situation, you know? I'm not surprised there's not much people watching the show right now. For obvious, extremely stressful times reasons, and the fact that it's daylight saving. So while I did my best to keep the schedule on the point, it's kind of hard to enjoy doing things at the moment. And I completely understand that. Honestly, I did not feel like doing the stream today. But I'm still doing it because there's some people that will enjoy it once it's recorded. It's a good thing I still send a warning when the live stream is on for issues like that. Had a couple more scammers, like just yesterday I had two, but I only screenshotted one because it was worth it. Empty account again. Hello, are you available for commission? And of course, whenever somebody contacts me, I immediately go and look at their page, see if they're actually an established person. And this guy had a completely empty account that was created at the time 4 days ago. And they're a they them. Not saying that all they them are scammers, because I am a they them and I don't scam. If anything, they're giving they them a bad reputation. So of course, after having determined that there's no way in hell a 4-day-old account would be interested in a commission, I replied, depends entirely on how real of a person you are, and according to the state of your page, outlook not so good. They actually replied this morning, are you trying to insult me right now? And I replied, oh no, I was trying to call you out on being a scam account. If I was trying to insult you, you'd know, believe me. And then I blocked them. Because I am not going to spend an entire day entertaining pissed off people. Well, I should say pissed off scammers, because scammers are not people. Heard it here first, folks. I do not respect scammers. I look like a monkey on the final page, and honestly, that's great. Eventually, I should, like, take my time and go through my personal Facebook photos and pick up all the tales from a spam box. Put them all together. But if I were to make a comic out of them, I'm debating if I should put them under Bootleg Cookie, or if I should make a different collection of comics, specifically called Tales from the Spam Box. Also, the Friday we just passed, we filmed the season finale of the questionnaire. I hope that I'll remember to try, when I did the description of the recording on YouTube, to actually link the questionnaire. I did make a playlist with all the episodes where I show up. And I made sure to specify that I'm sleep deprived in those. So completely pure, unfiltered, sleep deprived, old bag. Interacting with decent people. And I was told again that I have fantastic facial expressions. And all I did was drop the fact that Jim Carrey was Canadian, and I said, and I'll leave it at that. Gonna quell the rumors right away, because a lot of people love to take what I say completely the wrong way. I'm not related to Jim Carrey. We just happen to share a very rubbery face. Like, my thoughts come with subtitles, and my face is the subtitles. And I'm sorry, but I'm very country bumpkin when it comes to celebrities that I like. Celebrities that I do not care about, it's yeah, good, he's there, great. Celebrities that I like, oh my god. Of course, ideally, he would have asked me permission first, and he would give me some residuals for my image to show up in his book. But you know, beggars can be choosers. I'll take what I can get. I'm already super flattered that he decided to put me in his book. Because here's the thing, as a surprise to no one, I am not a well-known, constantly asked for work cartoonist. Because lest we forget, I suck and I'm an amateur. But like, it's not from lack of trying. You gotta give me that. Effort is put. Even when I don't put any effort, effort is put. Like I keep saying, this is my quick and easy style, but I still sit here and draw it for an hour and a half, 2 hours. That is still skilled time, you know? But whenever I apply for comic jobs, I get told that no, maybe, as in we'll keep your name in the circular file, and and I get ghosted. It's one of these three. But if anything, that just tells me that I should just keep practicing, and that's what I do. As you guys saw earlier when I showed you guys my experimentation with the watercolor technique. Well, Shiro, maybe if you were more... if I were more what? Because I know what kind of personality I have, and the jobs I do get, as far as I'm concerned, everybody seems to really enjoy working with me. At least that's what they told me, and I don't feel like they felt threatened. Also, there's some people that think that this style is the only style I draw, and I'm like, no. I was also, speaking of art styles, I was also recently accepted to join VGen, so expect some commissions there. Sadly, I'm working really slowly on my page. But I'll get there. I believe in myself. And like I keep saying, the reason I keep talking and posting and drawing about these events, it's not me trying to take revenge on some possibly 12-year-old kid for all I know. I'm thinking of the other 12-year-old kids that get talked to like that on the internet. Like, if you get messages specifically like that, it's really not the end of the world. I don't know this guy. I don't care about pleasing him. And yeah, I admit, I always assume it's guys. Because it usually is. It's usually guys that attacks me. In all the times that I've been attacked online, I think there were 2 girls. I mean, for all I know, a lot of the scammers are women. I don't know. They never answer my questions. They answer my questions when I pretend that I'm falling for their script, but other than that... Then yeah, I keep talking about scams. You better frickin' believe that when I got this DM, I made like double, triple, quadruple times sure I was talking to the real guy. Like manually entering his name on Facebook and then comparing and then clicking on his message to make sure that it would link me to his real page. Several times because I was not believing it at all. And as you guys saw at the beginning of the stream, it was true. I think the other service I'm going to offer on my VGen is my coloring services. I have samples. I have all the samples. I even color in different styles. So, you want cel shaded? I'm gonna give you cel shaded. You want soft? I'm gonna give you soft. You want crayon? I got crayon. I have some coloring samples on my Behance. I'm just going to grab these and drop them in my VGen. Yeah, sorry if you guys heard that. I was checking my temperatures and then I put it in automatic and then it went. I know once I'm done with the stream, temperatures are gonna go down. Right now I got it on manual at 1950 RPMs because I noticed one of my elements was at 90 and now it's way back down, so that's good. It just needed a little. And this is why I ink on Vector and why you should too. Now this month, is supposed to be, at the time of recording, of course. Always assume at the time of recording. is supposed to be the release of Clip Studio 4. And I am waiting on that. No exact date just yet. Same goes for my pre-order of Off for the Switch. It just says release 2025, and I know, as far as I know, they're still tweaking it. I could be wrong, I have no idea. They were interviewing musicians and people that work on the game. And I really could use a lot of distraction right now. So what I did, I downloaded the demo for Trials of Mana in 3D. And it made me feel like playing Secret of Mana. Now I have the collection, so if I wanted to play Trials of Mana 2D, like, it's right there. But no, it made me feel like playing the original. Probably because I literally have no nostalgia for Trials, since Trials never made it here as a cartridge. And that's another thing, I do have an OG cartridge of Secret of Mana, which I have played and beaten, and that's when I found out that I'm smarter now than I was the last time I played. For those curious, I did recently last night, in fact, because once again I need a distraction. I beat the spiky tiger. I'm playing in French this time. I'm doing a French playthrough, and for some reason there is no Spanish dub, so I can't practice my Spanish on it, which is a frickin' shame. And I just had to level up. Somebody suggested in GameFAQs, I believe, either GameFAQs or Reddit, to level up Randy to level 16, and then the tiger just can't do any damage to you. I actually leveled up until level 13, and he was still doing a lot of damage to Purin and Popoi. However, he was doing like 3 damage to Randy each blow. So I was like, you know what? So I let the tiger kill Prim and Popoi. And I just blasted him with the sword as Randy, and whenever he went on each platform, I aligned myself with his shoulders / head, and then I used a bow on him. So he was not super lucky with trying to cast spells on me, and his physical attacks were nothing. So yeah, if you struggle with the spiky tiger, level 13 is fine. If you don't bother with healing Prim and Popoi, level 13 with Randy is perfectly fine. And I'm trying to think. I just finished the Southern Ruins. And I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to go. Probably back to the Temple of Water to deposit their seed because it was stolen. So, soon as I'm done with the stream and the after stream work and posting stuff on Patreon and stuff like that, that's probably what I'm gonna go back to doing. Like, I really just need to chill daily now, so... I've also been going back to using the thread mill, because I figure now is just as good a time as any to take care of my stupid little health. If ever there was a time for me to do some self-care, now is the time. At least that's the way I see it. I could self-destroy in substances and stuff like that, or really exaggerating on the video games. But that's just not me. Am I trying to shame people that do that? Not necessarily. Despair is despair, you know? And you just don't feel you can do it. Stuff happens. And I am certainly not encouraging it. I'm just saying, I understand if some people resort to that. It's just not for me. If I'm going down drawing. Drawing my magnificent badunkadunk. I would be talking a lot more, but you know how it is on censorship happy platforms. Because we gotta keep the investors happy. can tell when I'm starting to get tired. When I get quiet, that means I'm tired. Tired of this bullshit. Isn't it cute how I react completely differently to these two situations? Like something good happens and I'm like over the top, something bad happens and my face is like, oh, okay. Cause that's the reaction. That's a correct reaction when you deal with people like that online. Like, I don't even know you. Why would I have a big reaction? I don't know if he was aiming for me, like, to immediately tell him, no, I'm good, I'm a professional. Because yes, I'm good, I'm a professional, but like, it is literally the only thing I'm good at, so like, art is subjective. Dude is perfectly free not to like my art. Okay. Oh, well, I think you suck. Okay. You think I suck? Sure. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time, which might even just be a bot, because, like, they had a name that was, like, name, a bunch of numbers on both times, both on Shitter and on YouTube. Like, what do you want me to do? Except do what I do best and make a comic so that other people see that and see how you're supposed to react to nobodies. Hang on, my tab mate is having a little, You know, I love my tab mate, but, it does have a tendency to have little drops. Like, literally, the only thing I can do is my best. And that's what I encourage you guys to do too. Your best. And the thing is, with your best, is that it's not a continuous line up. It is never a continuous line up. And a lot of people don't know that, actually. Your best will vary from day to day, from minute to minute even. You always have people, that's not your best, you can do better. Well, sometimes, some days, you just can't. Maybe it's due to mood. Maybe it's just due to you being tired. There's a lot of reasons. Which, by the way, you do not have to give to anybody. You do not owe anybody any reasons, you know? just owe it to yourself to do your best. Whatever the situation, whatever is happening. And sometimes, yes, sometimes your best means not getting up one day. Sometimes you just need a day to yourself to afford yourself some extra rest. Just know that I do not blame you if you need some time to yourself. Even an extrovert, sometimes they need time alone to themselves. Hard to believe, but yes. And I don't mean that in an ambivert way. I mean that sometimes you just need some you time. Do whatever it is you need to do to keep yourself sane and grounded. Just know that I know that you're doing your best. Sometimes self-care means propping up others. Whichever you feel is better for you. Like self-care, you gotta do things for yourself, yes. As long as they do not harm either you or other people. Me, video games make me happy. Art makes me happy. Little escapism here and there. Just the way I see it, as long as it doesn't impede in my other duties, because I do still have a lot of comics to work on. And some days it is incredibly hard. It does not help that I have ADHD. Unmedicated. On top of that. I mean, that's just asking for trouble, isn't it? It is so friggin' obvious that I have ADHD. Like, even if my psychologist from like way back said that I didn't have ADHD or autism or stuff like that, like, usually I would trust a specialist, but that one was absolutely convinced that I wanted to cancel my subscription to Life magazine, and she absolutely wanted to save me. So yeah, that specific psychologist, I don't trust her judgment too much. Like, literally, she transferred me to her boss. So I would follow her boss for a while. Because, and I quote, she was worried for me. And I've been that worried since after I was dismissed by her boss because her boss was going on maternity leave. My file literally, physically slipped behind the filing cabinet, and they didn't notice for like 4 years. So yeah, no, forget me. Yeah, I was going to go back and they were going to assign me to the lunatic again? I don't think so. Like, there is not enough nope in my system. To express how much I am not going back to that specific therapist. And that's another thing. If you need a therapist, take your time to shop one. Try some out, literally. Because sometimes the first choice is not necessarily the best choice. Sure, out there dispensing health advice. But like, it's advice. Like, I really encourage you to do your research when it comes to that. I am not a professional psychiatrist tester. I am merely me. You know, I'm just gonna put on some like dark pink shoes because, well, I'm just going to color them like my slippers. Yeah, I have a lot of dusty pink stuff because that is literally the only shade of pink that exists when it comes to merch. Like, I'm lucky this is neon pink. Don't get to see that often. There we go, now it's gonna work. Ooh, that took me a little too long to catch on what was going on. You know what, I'm gonna go put a washi, like, right away. So I can actually see what I'm doing. Because, like, guys, honestly, I'm 42. Was hoping to destroy me. I've been destroyed, like, decades ago. This is nothing. Art is literally the only thing keeping me together. You are not divorcing me from my art this easily, buddy. Also, that last line, that's not a typo, that is something he actually wrote. But like I said, I don't know what he was hoping to accomplish. If the point was to end up in the very ugly amateur comic, good job! I can only attain fame if I'm hateful. Well, there you go, buddy. Good job. Proud of you. Ah, there you are. And there we go, now we have Lily singing the song of her people. Because, whoops, because that's what she does best. And of course you can't, there we go. You can't forget that my ears will blush just as much as the rest. In case it's not clear, I am bouncing off the wall like a little gerbil. Oh, you know, for some people it's not gonna be clear. There's always people. Like that kid that gets super mad because I wouldn't enter into a whole lore debate with him. That he threatened to unalive me. On YouTube because I had blocked him for being rude. Because yeah, I'm sorry. When you're out in public and the internet counts, you be civil. If you can't be civil, then you can't read Super Mario Adventures Continued. And that's that. I know that's rich coming from me. But like by default, if you're not a scammer, I'm actually really nice. I tease a lot, but I'm surprisingly nice. Right up until you get on my nerves. And with scammers, that's like instant. So... I wonder if I have a boing sound effect. Guess not. If I do, it's probably like... I do have some sparkle brushes though. I'm supposed to have some that has some outlines, but if I can't find them, I can easily fake it. Don't really like it. Let's try something with more color. Your comic looks awesome, sure. Hope you're doing well. I have some video catch up to do this afternoon. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, hi, Paul. And with that, I believe we are done. Always happy to see you, Paul. Even if it's late. I understand how it is with the work you're doing right now and the time changing and stuff like that. It completely fucked up the event on Discord. I'm hoping I can reschedule it, because right now it's not really letting me. So yeah, that's what's happening. So let's take a look-see. Okay, I believe we are done for today. So you know what that means. We're gonna give... It's time for the end card. And the end card means extra special caramel drizzled rainbow sprinkled chocolate syrup. Thanks to our supporters on various platforms: Ember Beeple, Camus and Avisser, E Uttered Bad at Multiplayers, Matthew H, Winter the Kitten, and Part-Time Booty, Super Dude at 808, and Rocket Mouse. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. Next live stream, let me give you a direct date. Next live stream is going to be on Sunday, March 16th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it, even if it was very quiet. I love you all. And bye-bye.